Hello and welcome to this Affinity Studio tutorial, and it's basically about the very small change that's happened in the refine selection options. Now this at the moment is open in Affinity Photo, where I have got this image here from the stock tab and opened it in Affinity Photo. I have also opened the same picture in Affinity Studio. Now, coming back to Affinity Photo, if I pick the selection brush tool, and let's say I select this pink doorway here, just by clicking and dragging a little bit, I pretty much got all I need. And then you would sort of go to refine the selection. Now, as this is only a sort of very quick sample, I'm not going to go too much. I'm just going to use feather a little bit. Now this is where the changes will start to happen from Affinity Photo, because in the output section down here is a drop down menu where you've got four options. You've got selection, mask, new layer with mask. Now selection will just bring you back to that selection area, and then you can decide what you want to do with it. Mask will add a mask using that selection area and attach it to the layer that you've already got sampled. Then the next one is new layer, and that will put this selection, in this case the door, on a brand new layer above the original. And new layer with mask is exactly what it says. It does the same thing as new layer, but it will add a mask to it. So these are the four options in Affinity Photo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the selection option and click apply. So you can see basically all it's done is brought us back to the original image, and the selection has just been refined to whatever I'd done to it. Now if you wanted this on a new layer, and obviously I could have done that from the option within the refine button panel, but if you've got to this point, you can just use Control+J, which I think is Command+J on a Mac. You can also come up to the layer menu, and there we go, duplicate selection, Control+J. So if I click on that, what it will do is it will put that selected door on to a new layer. Let me just use Control+D to get rid of that selection area there. And if I turn off the background, as you can see, that is all that is selected. So come into Affinity Studio, and if I use the selection brush tool, select that door, come to refine, and I'll just use feather a little bit. And now in the output selection down here, you only have two options, selection and mask. So they've done away with putting it onto a new layer or putting it onto a new layer with a mask. Not certain why they've done that, but if that used to be quite handy, actually just bypassing the having to do the Control+J option. But now you don't have that option. So again, you come to apply, and again it is Control+J, but now rather than, I don't think it's in the layers, I forget where it is now. Let's try document, because there is no select menu in Affinity Studio, and it is somewhere. There we go. It's in the edit menu, duplicate selection, and there it is, Control+J. So the option is still there, it's just in a different menu, different place. But again, you can just use the keyboard shortcut of Control+J. If I do that option, then I'll do Control+D to get rid of the selection, turn off the background, and there is your selection. So it's a very minor change to the refine panel. I'm not sure why they did away with the other two options, but just be aware that they are no longer there. So thank you for watching. and goodbye.